All right, now we're at the stage where this thing is going to start to come together. Some important things to note. Your side pieces should have already been completely machined. You should have the rabbets and dados. You should have the shelf pinholes. And additionally, what I've done too is on the back of this dado, I've drawn a line, and it's crude, all right? You could take measurements up from the end here, but I just grabbed a piece of wood, put it across here, snapped a quick line, and now I'm gonna have somewhere to reference because this whole case is gonna be held together with glue and brad nails. And so I'm gonna work through that here. Some additional things, make sure that your shelves have that edge banding on there already and that they're at the proper 22.5 inches. It's gonna make the measurements go better later on, and they need to be exactly the same length so that this thing is going to truly be square. Double check that just in case you made a mistake. It's unlikely the saw made a mistake, but piece will go together square just so long as those are the same length. Okay, I want that edge banded piece to go against the front, and so as I'm looking down here, I should see both the un-edge banded edges right here, because then I know on the front side, which is face down on this table right here, they're both going to be flush, they'll be flat together, and I've got both of my finished edges showing. I'm going to add a little bit of glue. You don't need a ton. You certainly don't want it oozing out of here. And now that I've got that line, I can very easily follow that. Didn't miss anywhere, that's because I had that line. Don't skip that line part. So now we're going to do the same thing to our sub top piece. And on this one, I'm actually going to put the glue on the sub top edge itself because I've got this piece tipped up at this point. And that's about all the glue you need. Okay, I'm particular about how much glue you've got on there because you don't want this slopping out. That glue will actually hurt that finish if you don't clean it up properly, and you might not see it until you actually put that finish on. All right, now to complete the case, I'm going to take my glue and I'm just going to start with the dado this time. Now I've got it to where my edge banding is actually covering this dado, so no one is ever going to actually see this joint after this step right here, which I think is pretty cool. But in order to get over that lip of that banding, I've got to be very, very careful because that's actually only 1 millimeter thickness piece of wood veneer. So right now I'm not together. All right, but you can see just that little bit of where this needs to come. And I'm just gonna ever so carefully work some glue into this joint right here. Fall down just like that. Got that pressure? And if you look, I've even got some glue squeeze out on top here. Not a big deal because that finished top is going to come over that, and we'll scrape that off once it's dry.